All right. So we're doing our tier talk, best April Fool's jokes. It's going to be kind of a mix. We have some ones that we remember on the internet. We're going to talk about a couple classics that we've done ourselves, some that we've seen, some that we've heard about. We will kick it off. Mitch, are you ready to do yours? You ready to do your list? All right, Mitch. Best April Fool's jokes.
All right. So I'm going to start with an honorable mention. This is one that one of my teachers told me that he did in high school or college for his senior prank. They got 4 pigs and let them into the school, and they numbered them 1, 2, and 4. So when they found the 4th pig or the pig with the number 4, they were like, "Where's the 3rd one?" So kind of a little. Oh, there's actually only 3 pigs, but it's numbered up to 4.
Yeah. So
kind of a little something like that. That's why it's an honorable mention.
That's a good little prank. Anytime you can do stuff to the school, man. If there's any, I don't know how big our high school audience is, but hey, you get a couple bangers here.
And then my tier 3 because this one, it takes a lot of effort to kind of do this, and you're kind of an asshole if you do it, but you saran wrap the toilet. So there's you just the layer of saran wrap that's clear right over where you sit and pee.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
And when you pee on it, you're peeing on the saran wrap, it just sprays pee everywhere. And you're just immediately pissed off because now you got to clean up piss. So that's
and you're saying that's at the urinal, or are you talking?
No, that's on the toilet. We could do it.
You would do it under the seat.
Yeah.
So if you took a shit, you're just sitting on.
Well, no.
Shitting on.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. What the fuck? Starts hitting your taint a little bit. You start smelling it. Oh my God.
So that's tier 3, and then tier 2. I feel like this is a classic. Is it Star 69 or Star 67? It's
one of those. It could have been both of them.
The no caller ID,
right?
Just literally prank calling people. That one's just a classic.
Did you have a go-to prank call?
I didn't per se because I was kind of nervous to do it, but I didn't. Just kind of.
We would try and just make our own story based off ones that Roy Mercer. I know I've talked about Roy D. Mercer before on the podcast. Roy D. Mercer, this incredible. He's a radio guy who always did these incredible pranks. Do you know who I'm talking about? Roy D. By God Mercer.
It sounds familiar.
You got to get you. If you don't know who Roy D. Mercer is, you are.
Yeah, I got to tap in.
You are not tapped in, bro.
That's why I said I got to.
Yeah.
But then, so my tier 1, this one, it's a really quick one, but when it happens to you, your stomach immediately drops. It's when someone texts you or comes up to you, he's like, "Yo, did you mean to post that?" And you're like, "Oh shit, what did I just post something I shouldn't have?" Maybe you were
nice little quick one
talking to somebody that maybe things were getting a little freaky or something, and you
hey, Mitch, got them photos out there.
And somebody comes up to you and you're like, "Yo, did you mean to post that on your story?" And you're immediately like, "Fuck, what did I just do?" And then you go and everything's there, and you're like, "Oh, you're such a." But that immediate anxiety that hits you is your brain just starts going everywhere. So that's my tier 1, and that is my tier 2.
Love that.
When we did that to Travis.
Right. Hey, you meant to post that last night on your story? He was playing it off, but he was I was like, "Hey, I'm just fucking with you." He's like, "Man, I was thinking in my head, yo, did somebody post something when he was out here in Nashville tied in you? Hey, you mean to drop that on your story? I saw you kind of got it off there late this morning." He's like, he was just trying to play it cool, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just fucking with you." Dave, you got something? You want to get in the mix?
I'll get in the mix here. Tier 3 is kind of a classic one. You cover your buddy's car or something in Post-it notes, and they got to go through, and they blow all over the place. Then they can get banged for littering if they don't pick it up. So it's a total inconvenience for him or her. And my tier 2 just would be me and my boys. You got to do it to the very irritable teacher, but you hide important items that they need in the classroom for the class period. Delay it all. I don't want to have to watch this PowerPoint. Let's screw their clicker. Just totally inconvenience her in her day. And then a tier 1 is actually something I did to a roommate. My roommate loads our Keurig the night before, just so he could pop the button, whatever, have his coffee made. Well, I replaced it with a Papa John's garlic pod one time. And he wasn't paying attention. He sets his coffee, lets it go. So the boy had a sip of just straight garlic water and said it was horrible. So
That's solid.
give him a
It's good
shitty start to his
execution.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely a very
He's got to be a little distracted to where he's not looking.
It's premeditated. You
Yeah.
know, I had to be down there and made sure I was having a conversation with him so he didn't see it or any of that. And it worked out. It worked out in my favor. I'll say
Nice
that.
list. That's a good list. JP, what do you got?
I'll do my honorable mention will be just anytime your friend falls asleep and you just start stacking stuff on them. I don't know why. I always think it's hilarious. They fall asleep and you just put like 10 pillows on them. And one time in college, one of our friends fell asleep and he fell asleep face down and we spread peanut butter on the back of his leg and we're like putting crumbs that were on the ground in it.
Oh,
And this guy, he was nasty, man. He went to the gym and he didn't notice the peanut butter until he got to the gym.
like until he had to change? and then go up?
No. He didn't even change. He woke up, went to the gym, and then he texted us, "Did you guys put peanut butter on my leg?"
Dang, you just now finding out?
Right.
Or like when you take a marker and just, obviously draw dicks on your boy's face.
Yeah.
I love cock.
Mess like
I actually have a photo on my phone, Mitch. I'll give it to you so people can see a reference. Sorry, Logan.
yeah. The middle school sleepover pranks were brutal. My tier 3 was, I think, whatever Mitch was saying. Saran wrap. So you can saran wrap the toilet, or you can saran wrap the doorway. The person's like at head length, so they're walking and they just smack the saran wrap, which is a fun one. And then there is this tier 2 autocorrect. You can change, like, say whenever you type the word "the," you can change somebody's phone to where it could say like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like something that like is part of their language in texting.
Yeah.
And you go on their phone and change the word to.
So say if you do it to your parent who's super conservative, you'd be like, anytime they say "the," it'll say "I love Joe Biden," and so they'll be like, "Hey, what's the?" And why does this keep changing to this?
Happy Transgender Day.
Right. Oh yeah, that is today when we're recording. A prank we did on my mom. I think I mixed these up. This is actually tier 2. My brother, he's super savvy with phones. And so he was able to text my mom from an unfamiliar number. And he was texting her as if he was somewhere in our neighborhood and was dialed in on my mom. And he's texting her and it's like, "Why is there like a white truck in front of your house right now?" And we're all in the room with my mom knowing my brother Sam's doing this. And she's not saying anything at first because she doesn't want anybody to panic. And you just see her on the chair. She gets up, goes to check. She's like, "This is so weird." We're like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Nothing." And then the next text is like, "You should sit back down." She's like, "Okay, guys, this is really freaking me out." She's like, "Here, look at this." And then she's showing us the text messages.
Are you guys playing it up?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
guys still like?
We're like,
shit.
we're like, it's probably Alex, my oldest brother. Like, it's probably nothing. Like, he's probably here because it's around Christmas time.
Yeah.
She's like, this is just really weird. And we just got her an Apple Watch. So she was setting up her Apple Watch during this time. So she's thinking it has something to do with that. And so my brother Sam, who's orchestrating this whole thing, every now and then he's texting her, "It's all connected. Like, your watch is all good."
Yeah.
And so she's like, "They keep saying it's all connected." And then she's like, the message will say, like, "You need to put your dog inside before something bad happens. It's all connected." She's like, "What's connected?"
Are you guys Are you guys laughing at this point?
No.
Or were you guys kind of spazzing, maybe looking out windows, being like trying to figure it out with her?
We're like, "Mom, you got to stop texting this person. Like, they're just messing with you." And then where we couldn't hold on any longer was I got my brother's phone that he was texting it with. And I was like, "Mom, let me see what's going on your phone." I walk over there and I take a photo of my mom, like this angle, me to you. And then I give the phone back to my brother. He sends her that photo. She said, no, this is too far. How do they have a photo of me? And we start dying laughing.
God damn it, Mom. Like, I just took that photo. You should know it's us.
So now
That's a good one.
Now we consistently just hit her with the it's all connected randomly.
Yeah. Just a lifetime of callbacks to It's All Connected.
And then honestly, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
You said that one. That last one was your tier one.
Yeah, tier one.
I mean, that's a good fucking prank. Mine, it's like you were saying before we did the tier talk, but you got the classic rubber band around the what do they call it? Little faucet gun.
Yeah.
The little hose, the little faucet hose. That's an all-time one. My honorable mention is be like, like when you get one of your boys and you just like, we were at school and you guys probably done this, Mitch, I'm sure you did it. But you just kind of find the weakest one and you like grab him, you like undress him naked and like throw him in the shower.
Yeah, totally.
I just wanted that for a potential clip. Like, I just run that out there.
Yeah,
we did do that, but
but it wasn't top 3.
He wasn't naked. He was in his boxers. Kid. Oh man, I can't wait to send this one to Kid because we did like.
His name is Kid.
Yeah, his name was Kid. Kid Fields. Love basketball from Jason Kidd.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the one in like the locker room where you get like a cup of water, or the guy just got out of the shower and you just throw baby powder on him and they got to re-shower?
No, but that's solid. That's a nice little
we would do that
locker room prank.
That was that happened to me as a freshman in high school. Like the guys would just you would get out of the shower and then they would throw baby powder on you and then you had to re-shower. It's just a major inconvenience and you're just covered in baby powder.
My tier 3, I got a couple good internet ones. We can run you guys these videos, but the first one is when there's this like airport prank to where on April Fool's, this airport would take somebody that came in the airport and would have them printed on a newspaper. So if they came in there at security, they're getting this newspaper printed out and they're doing a green screen of like an interview, say like breaking news. So-and-so, they're dangerous and armed, stay away from them, report them if you see them. And so the person would come through security and they would sit, and the guy who would have the newspaper would try to intentionally find a seat and put up the newspaper in front of them. They would like kind of glance and look at it. I'll let Mitch run the clip.
Wir bitten Sie kurz um Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Die Behörden suchen folgende Person. Weinlich, ca. 1,65 groß. Die Gesuchte trägt eine hellgraue Jacke und einen großen Schal. Wenn Ihnen diese Person auffällt, verständigen Sie bitte umgehend das Flughafenpersonal.
Und bitte! Guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren, ich begrüße Sie zu den N24 Breaking News. Die Polizei bittet um Ihre Mithilfe. Dringend gesucht wird diese Frau. Sie befindet sich seit gestern Vormittag auf der Flucht. Die Verdächtige ist ca. 1,65 Meter groß, hat dunkelblondes, lockiges Haar und trägt eine helle Jacke. Die Flüchtige gilt als unberechenbar und äußerst gefährlich. Bitte versuchen Sie nicht, die gesuchte Person festzuhalten oder gar anzusprechen. Für Hinweise zur Ergreifung der Verdächtigen wählen Sie bitte die unten eingeblendete Nummer. Wir melden uns wieder zu den Hauptnachrichten zu vollen Stunden und bis dahin noch einen schönen Tag.
Die Behörden suchen folgende Person. Der Gesuchte trägt einen grünen Pulli und hat eine große Tasche bei sich. Männlich, ca. 1,80 groß. Der Gesuchte trägt eine beige Hose, einen lila Pulli und eine braune Jacke.
Dringend gesucht wird diese Frau. Sie befindet sich seit gestern Vormittag auf der Flucht. Die Flüchtige gilt als unberechenbar und äußerst gefährlich.
Guten Morgen. Sind Sie gestresst? Sie sehen so gestresst aus. Da hätten wir was für Sie.
That's my tier 3. I felt like that was like an all-time video of an incredible prank. My tier 2 is the teacher one I was looking at before we started this. There's this one to where they preface it. Again, we'll show the video, but they say that the teacher, there's a classroom policy. If your phone rings out loud, you have to answer it and it's on speaker. And essentially, there was a pranker on the other line knowing that you would have to answer and put it on speakerphone. And it was with this chick. And it's like, hey, we're with the pregnancy center, local pregnancy center. Your test came back positive. Like, I know you said the dad, he's out of the picture. We have resources for you. And the teacher starts, I mean, obviously you're like, oh, fuck, this is like a policy gone wrong. Because you can see him put the paper over his face, like he's like freaking out, kind of like laughing. You got people kind of like awkwardly laughing. And my tier 1, the best prank that I've pulled off is my April Fool's joke 2 years ago with Rue being born. She was due on on March 27th. Her due date was March 27th. So she was like a week late because she was born on April 3rd. April 1st rolls around and like, my wife, she's having trouble sleeping and everything else. And I'm kind of sitting up early in the morning, and I'm just like, yo, it's April Fool's. Like, I should just do this fucking baby prank, like, because everybody knows, well, I'm about to have a kid and everything else, and we're all hyped up about it. And so I put out a tweet at like 7 a.m. After laboring all night, she's finally here. I can't believe this perfect little one is ours. With the white baby emoji. Willa Erlene Compton, born at 6:32 a.m., 4/1/2022. You are my world. It's a photo of this black baby. And what's crazy, Stephen Che, of course, he responds, congratulations, buddy. I hope everybody is doing good. I said, we are all good. She's a daddy's girl for sure. And Taylor even hits me up. Like, hey, congratulations. Blah, blah. I was like, bro, I'm fucking around. Like, what makes you think I will make that post and put it on social media and not like already have let you know that Rue has came in? And he was like, dog, I'm so like thankful. I'm like thinking to myself, like, did Will really just post a photo and like he hasn't told me yet? Like, you know, on some friend stuff. And but that's my tier 1, the black baby prank, because it was going so nuts. Like, it gets into the, oh, you're racist crowd. Not crowd, but it's just like the audience that doesn't know you or know your humor or anything else. And I, want to make everything about race. But even though the joke was about, like, damn, you better get a double look at that. That's not his kid. But that is my a tier list for April Fool's jokes.